Hello, my dear children. So, we'll continue potentiometer what we started in the last class. In the last class, we studied construction of potentiometer. We studied its two working principles, and then we studied two of its uses. Today, we will study third use of potentiometer, and then two more very important aspects related with potentiometer, that is their advantages and sensitivity. So after today's class, potentiometer would be over. So let's begin with use number 3 of potentiometer. In this use, we are finding out the ratio of two unknown resistances. So the circuit is as usual. This is potentiometer AB, this is potentiometric battery with key, and the two resistances, two resistors whose values are to be compared, they are connected in series across a battery whose voltage is V. Well, since these are two resistances connected in series, therefore the voltage V is going to be distributed across both these resistances as V1 and V2. And what are we going to do is, we are going to find out balancing length for both V1 and V2 separately. So in the first part of the experiment, we connect A with X and Y. X and Y are the two terminals of resistance R1, and Y and Z are two terminals of resistance R2. So X is connected with A and Y is connected with galvanometer. The other end of the galvanometer is connected with jockey, and jockey is moved over the wire from A to B. As we move the jockey over the wire from A to B, well, we find out that there is a point C over the wire for which there is no deflection in the galvanometer. So AC is equal to L1 is that length for which there is no deflection in the galvanometer. Therefore, as per working principle number 1 as well as 2, what is this? This V1, the voltage here, is directly proportional to this length L1. So this L1 is balancing length for voltage V1 which drops across resistance R1. Now we modify the circuit. And what is the modification? This is as usual potentiometer, potentiometric battery key. And now in the second part, we are connecting this voltage across galvanometer and point A. So A is connected with Y and this Z is connected with galvanometer. The other end of the galvanometer is connected with jockey, and jockey is made to move over the wire from A to B. As you move jockey from A to B, there is a point C dash over the wire for which there is no deflection in the galvanometer. So AC dash is equal to L2 for which galvanometer deflection is 0. Again, as per principle 1 and 2 of working of potentiometer, this balancing length is directly proportional to this voltage is directly proportional to balancing length L2. L2 is balancing length for this voltage number 2 which drops across resistance R2. Well, from 1 and 2, if we divide 2 from 1, we get V1 upon V2 is equal to what? L1 upon L2. The constant of proportionality is electric potential gradient, which is same across the wire, and that cancels out. Well, what is V1? V1, these are two resistances in series. The current across both the resistances is going to be same. Therefore, this V1 is nothing but I into R1, and this V2 is nothing but I into R2. And if we substitute the value of V1 as IR1, V2 as IR2, what do we get? This I cancels out, and we get R1 upon R2 is L1 upon L2. So this way, we are able to find out the ratio of two unknown resistances. If any one of the two resistances is known to us, we can find out the value of other resistance. That means the value of unknown resistance can also be found out. But for that, we have to know at least one of the two resistances. Now children, let us switch over to advantage of potentiometer over voltmeter. What potentiometer does? It measures potential difference. What voltmeter does? It also does the same thing. What is the difference, there are certain advantages associated with the voltage measurement by potentiometer. Well, these two advantages are what? Potentiometer measures potential difference with higher accuracy as compared to the voltage measured by voltmeter. And the second advantage is, with the help of potentiometer, there is greater sensitivity in voltage measurement. That means we can measure very, very small values of potential differences also with the help of potentiometer. Well, let us understand this advantage. Why the voltage measured by potentiometer has higher accuracy, lesser error as compared to voltage measured by voltmeter. Well, we can understand it here with the help of an example. Suppose these are two resistances connected in series. One is 100 ohm, other is 200 ohm. And this is current 1 ampere passing through it. This is a branch of circuit. Now see, if 1 ampere current passes through this 100 ohm, there would be how much voltage across it? 100 volt. And if 1 ampere current passes through 200 ohm, the voltage here would be what? 200 volt. So theoretically we know that the voltage across this resistance is 100 volt and potential difference across this resistance is what? 200 volt. Suppose we wish to measure this voltage with the help of voltmeter. There are two types of voltmeters. One is practically not possible, other is practically possible. So practically not possible voltmeters are ideal voltmeters. And all ideal voltmeters, if the voltmeter is ideal, then its resistance is going to be what? Infinite. But it is practically not possible. So if the voltmeter happens to be ideal, its resistance is infinite. When it is connected across these two terminals, what will happen? It won't draw any current from the circuit. Once it is not going to draw any current from the circuit, it is going to measure the true value of voltage. Well, if the resistance of voltmeter is not infinite, it is finite. In that case, what will happen? It will draw some current from the circuit. 1 ampere current is coming from this side, and if suppose 0.1 ampere current passes through it, then what will happen? The current here would be what? 0.9 ampere. In that case, 0.9 into 100 would be what? 90 volt. So the voltage here is going to drop because the current passing through would be lesser, and that lesser value of voltage would be measured by voltmeter. That is what is the disadvantage of measuring the voltage by a voltmeter. A voltmeter always measures voltage with some error in it. Why? Because every voltmeter has some finite value of resistance. It's high, but it's always finite. It cannot be infinite. So some current is always drawn. On the other hand, potentiometer measures voltage by null deflection method. You have seen in all the uses of potentiometer, we always find out the point over the potentiometer wire for which galvanometer gives zero deflection. So when voltage is measured by null deflection method, no current is drawn, and this zero current situation is same as the zero current situation which exists when we measure the voltage by ideal voltmeter. So ideal voltmeters are not possible, but we do have the same ideal condition possible. That ideal condition is condition of zero current in case of potentiometer. So potentiometer measures voltage or potential difference with almost no error or zero error. On the other hand, every voltmeter always measures voltage with certain error because it always draws some current, and that is what is written here. Potentiometer measures potential difference of voltage with higher accuracy as compared to that what is measured by voltmeter. An ideal voltmeter can measure true value of potential difference as it has infinite resistance. This voltmeter does not draw any current from the circuit. Ideal voltmeter is practically not possible. All practical voltmeters have high but finite resistance, thus they always draw some current. This way, first voltmeter decreases the value of voltage as explained here and then measures it. Therefore, there is always some error in it. On the other hand, potentiometer measures voltage by null deflection method. At null deflection, no current passes through galvanometer. This way, voltage measured by it, same as what would have been measured by an ideal voltmeter. The voltage measured is without error. So this way, voltmeter always carries some error and potentiometer doesn't carry any error. Well, the second advantage is potentiometer have higher sensitivity. So let us discuss about sensitivity of potentiometer. Well, sensitivity of any device is its ability to measure smaller values of physical quantity. A potentiometer measures potential difference. So smaller is the potential difference measured by potentiometer, greater is going to be its sensitivity. Well, potentiometer measures voltage by null deflection method, and there exists a constant potential gradient along potentiometric wire. And smaller is going to be the potential gradient, greater is going to be the sensitivity. Why? Because potential gradient is potential difference per unit length of the potentiometric wire. And if that potential difference per unit length is small, then the smaller value of voltage will be measured. So smaller is the value of potential gradient, smaller is the value of voltage which is going to be measured by potentiometer correctly. So sensitivity is inversely proportional to E, potential gradient. Smaller is E, greater is the sensitivity. That means greater is the ability to measure a smaller value of potential differences. You know E is equal to V by L. So S is proportional to 1 upon V by L. This L moves into numerator and V remains in the denominator. So S is directly proportional to L, inversely proportional to V. Sensitivity is directly proportional to length of the potentiometric wire and is inversely proportional to the voltage of potentiometric battery. So if we wish to increase sensitivity, we have to have greater length of potentiometric wire, and the value of voltage used for potentiometric battery should be as small as possible. If we have two potentiometers, in one the length of the wire is potentiometric wire is 1 meter, in other the length is what? 5 meter, and well, which one is more sensitive? The one which has greater length of the wire. If we have two potentiometers, in one potentiometric battery has voltage 1 volt, in other the potentiometric battery has voltage 4 volt. So which of the two batteries, which of the two potentiometers is more sensitive? The one which has potentiometric battery voltage as 1 volt. So smaller is V, greater is the value of sensitivity, greater is the length, greater is the value of sensitivity. So with this we come to the end of today's class. Thank you very much and God bless you all.